Now we'll be working on page 6, which is number 36. So Fred has a vegetable garden that is 11 by 23. So let's draw that. So it's a rectangle that's 11 by 23. Now what he wants to do is that he cannot increase the dimensions of this garden. So he wants to create a concrete border to outline his garden. He must add it all around the inside of the edge. So basically he needs to create something on the inside. So as you can see, to do that, he has to cut down an equal amount from each side. So in this case, they're asking how wide is the border on the inside should it be? And the remaining area is going to be 190. So if it's 23 on the outside, and by cutting x from each side, so basically you're cutting 2x from the 23, so the area now is 23 minus 2x. This is the length, the new length. And the width, it used to be an 11, and he's cutting x on each side, so the new length is going to be, the new width is going to be 11 minus 2x. So remember, to find the area, now we're going to find the area. So the new area is going to be the new L times the new W. The new L is going to be 23 minus 2x, and the new W is going to be 11 minus 2x, and the new area given to us is going to be 190. So that is going to be my new equation. Now, since you're allowed to use a calculator, you don't have to do this algebraically. Usually what we do for my pre-AP, you might FOIL this and then bring the 190 to the other side, but you don't really have to do that. What you can do is then you can set on your calculator y1 to be 23 minus 2x into 11 minus 2x, and on y2 you put 190. So let's do that. So this is to solve the problem using any method you want. Since you are to choose the method you want, the calculator is the easier one. So go to y equals, clear that. So 23 minus 2x into 11 minus 2x. This is on y1. Close parentheses. On y2, you can put the 190. So as you can see, when you graph it, it's going to be a parabola as long as 190, as well as a line. So let's graph that. Remember, if you're not able to see it, it means that you have to fix your window. So let me fix my window. Instead of an x maximum of a 50, I'm going to put a 20, because as you can see, the line seemed very close to my x-axis and I couldn't really see it, so it's still very close. So I'm going to go to my window, and on x maximum I'm going to put like just a 5. Let me see if this is going to work. Now I've been fixing the x where I should be fixing the y. So let's work on the y maximum, because it's a 6,000, so the y seems like really close to the x-axis. So I'm going to put 200 over here, I'm going to put a negative 100 over here. I'm going to keep the x maximum as it is. So let's graph it. Okay, to fix it even more, so I'm going to put this as 300. I'm going to do this as a 10. Let's see if this is going to work. This is going to be a negative 10. So keep on trying until you get the best graph. Okay, so this is the first intersection. Let's find that. And then there should be another intersection. We'll get to that later. Alright, let's fix it now. So let me put it to 20 and see what it's going to give me. So as you can see, now you can see both of the intersections. So this is the window. Now what I've been doing is I showed you how you can try and fixing the minimum, maximum, the y minimum, y maximum to get the graph that you want. As you can see, there's two intersections. So what you do In order to solve it, it means you need to find the intersection between those two y's. So the steps are the following. You go to second trace after you graph it and fix your window. You go to second trace. Then you go to number 5, which is intersect. Go to number 5 and press enter. So what I want you to do is try to get the point as close as you can to the point of intersection, so the calculator will know which point you want to look at first. And you press enter 3 times. So the intersection, the first one is going to be 0.98, which is almost 1. So the first intersection, let's call it x, is going to be 1, almost 1. Now the second intersection, so you do the same thing, second trace, number 5, which is intersect, and you go all the way to the other point, so your calculator knows which point you're interested in. And after you get there, you press enter 3 times. So the second one is going to be 16, so x is going to be 16. So those are going to be my answers for number B. So do both answers fit my situation? Now we have to try it. Now 23 minus 2x, this is going to be the length. Let's try 1. So if you plug in 1 for x, it's going to be giving you 23 minus 2, which is a 21. So 21 feet, that's going to be my new length. Now let's try the other one. 11 minus 2x, again 11 minus 2 into 1, so 11 minus 2, which is a 9. Also it gave me an answer I can accept. Now let me try x equals 16. So 23 minus 2 into 16 will give me a negative number. It will give me something that's negative. Also, if you try 11 minus 2 into 16, it will also give me a negative number like negative 21. And you cannot have a length that is a negative, so that's why 16 is not accepted, and 1 is the one that you should be looking at. It means D, to answer D, write your answer as a sentence using proper units. It means he can make a border of 1 feet, around 1 feet around his garden. So this is going to be your answer. So let's review. Whether you want to make it smaller or bigger, remember, if you want to make it bigger, it means you're adding. If you want to make it smaller, it means you are subtracting, and they want to create that inside. So that's why 23 is going to get smaller on both sides. So you do 23 minus 2x, 11, the same thing, so 11 minus 2x. That's going to be the area, so L, new L times new W, and they gave you that the area is going to be 190. Now, since they said use any method to solve, you can use the calculator. You can set y1 to be this and y2 to be 190. Try to graph it and fix your window so you can see the intersection. You're going to have 2 intersections. Remember, one of them is going to work, but you have to find both of them. To do that, you go to second trace and then number 5, which is intersect. You move the cursor to the point of intersection, press enter 3 times to get the point, the x, the point of intersection, and then do it again to get the other point. Now, most of the time only one of them is going to work. You plug it in. The one that's going to give you a positive answer is going to be the one that you're going to be accepting, since length and width can only be positive, it cannot be negative. So as you can see, 1 foot is the one that's going to work. Now again, a sentence would be, he can make a border of 1 foot around his garden. Now this is the last question on the review. Study well. If you have any questions, let me know.